Reborn on the day my baby brother was switched by the nanny. I didn't stop her. I just rolled over and pretended to be asleep. Because in my past life, my 5-year-old self bravely stopped her, and she beat me until I was brain damaged. My brother, when he grew up, never thanked me. He bullied me constantly. Finally, he deliberately got me lost. I wandered onto a highway, and was crushed to death. My precious son, starting today, you'll become the richest man's youngest son. A life of luxury. Hearing the nanny Ziyuanyuan's voice, I squeezed my eyes shut, terrified, not daring to move. I thought she'd finish the switch and leave, but Ziyuanyuan seemed reluctant to part with her own son. She stood by the crib, refusing to go. Her husband got impatient and burst into the room. "The kids are swapped. Why aren't you leaving?" "What's the holdup?" Seeing me sleeping on the big bed nearby, the man became alert. Is this kid really asleep? Did he see or hear anything? If he exposes us, our son is finished. He crept to my bedside, waved his hand in front of my face. I was shaking with fear, but I forced myself to look like I was fast asleep. To make it convincing, I even smacked my lips. "Mommy, I want candy." Seeing me talk in my sleep and drool, Shi Wenyuan's husband relaxed, sleeping like a log. "Don't worry." Just as I was about to sigh in relief, Shi Wenyuan hesitated, looking at me. "This older son Shu Sai's is very loved. What if he bullies our son later? What if he fights him for the inheritance? Maybe we should take him too." Her words sent a chill down my spine. No way! I finally get reborn. And I'm still doomed? Luckily, her husband stopped her. "Are you crazy? We swapped the youngest without anyone knowing. No one will find out. But if the oldest disappears or something happens, the Shu family will investigate. We'll be in deep trouble." Hearing noises outside, he urged her. "So what if he has an older brother? This is the richest family. Even the scraps are better than what we have. Let's go, now before we get caught." Shi Wenyuan kissed her son goodbye, then climbed out the window with my real brother. From that moment on, the nanny's son officially became my brother, Shu Chusheng. Safe now, I finally relaxed. I turned over. Just as I was about to get a good look at my fake brother, my parents burst in. "Why is the window open?" Seeing me wide-eyed and frozen, my mom came over apologetically. "Sorry, honey, did we wake you?" "Oh, the butler said he heard strange noises in here." "Did you see anything just now?" I immediately pretended to be very sleepy, rubbing my eyes drowsily. "I don't know, Mommy, I was asleep." Hearing this, my dad relaxed too. If Sai wasn't even woken up, it's probably nothing. After staying with me for a while, my parents left with the fake baby. Alone in the big room, I smiled to myself. This time, I wouldn't hit my head and become disabled. I wouldn't be the shameful, crippled oldest son. As for my fake brother, from today, he'd become my most useful tool. The next morning, I heard my parents say Yuanyuan had quit in a hurry, said she was going back to her hometown, taking her son. This news made me incredibly happy, as long as Yuanyuan was smart enough to never show up with my real brother. The Zhu family inheritance would be mine. But until then, I wouldn't let my guard down. From that day on, I became my brother's guardian angel. I burped him when he choked on milk, changed his diapers, spent all my allowance on toys for him. Shu Chusheng, just a few months old, understood nothing. But my parents praised me endlessly. "Our size is the world's sweetest angel." I knew it. By doing all the big brother things first, they'd end up feeling sorry for me. Size, we have plenty of staff. You don't have to force yourself to be the perfect big brother. We don't need you to be the selfless one. You don't owe your brother anything. We just want you to be happy too. Hearing that, I could finally step back from the big brother role, setting the stage for later. From then on, I didn't need to do all the actual care, just said the right things. "I'm so lucky to have such a cute little brother." "Don't worry, little bro. I'll make lots of money and take care of you. I won't let any gold digger trick you." Everyone in the Shu household thought I was the perfect eldest son. Plus, I'd inherited my parents' good genes, growing more handsome every day. I didn't lose any of their love to my fake brother. I actually got more than my real brother had in my past life. As Shu Chusheng grew to 3 years old, people started noticing something odd. Same parents? How are Shu Chusheng and Shu Sai so different? Shu Sai has fair skin, good-looking, strong features. Look at Shu Chusheng. Sallow skin, flat nose. It was just servants whispering, but little Shu Chusheng heard it, and it made him jealous. One day, our mom simply complimented my big eyes. Shu Chusheng threw a tantrum. "Hate you, brother! Why does everyone like you more?" He screamed, threw a pillow at my face. "I'm better looking than you." "Stop liking him!" Mom slapped his bottom. "How can you treat your brother like that? You don't know how good he's been to you." Dad picked me up, concerned. "Size, if your brother bullies you, why don't you fight back?" I put on a hurt but magnanimous expression. "I'm the big brother. It's okay to let him win." My parents praised my generosity, said I was destined for great things. Shu Chusheng just glared, jealous, knowing I'd let him get away with it. He became even more spoiled, constantly having tantrums, spilling water on me, pulling my hair, making me fall. Worst of all, he'd yell, "Mom and Dad's money is all mine. You won't get a cent." His arrogance was exactly like my real brother's. I always smiled and forgave him, never argued. Even the butler didn't get it. "Young master, you could teach him a lesson. You don't have to take this." They didn't understand. The more I indulged my fake brother, the more his personality would warp. He'd grow up thinking he could do anything. Only then, when he learns he's a fake, will he fight tooth and nail to keep what he has. And I never let up. From preschool, I studied languages, piano, calligraphy. In my spare time, I took taekwondo to get strong. Even my parents thought I was too hard on myself. But for me, this was everything my brain-damaged past self had dreamed of. Now that I had the chance, I was giving it 120%. Life went on peacefully. Shu Chusheng's features grew to look more and more like Xie Yuanyuan. At his 6th birthday party, a blunt relative voiced what everyone was thinking. "How come Shu Chusheng doesn't look like his parents at all?" Shu Chusheng screamed, grabbed a cake and smashed it in the relative's face. "You liar!" The room went dead silent. Shu Chusheng threw himself on the floor, thrashing. "I'll tear all your mouths off. I'm the one who looks like Mom and Dad. More than my brother. I watched him make a fool of himself. Almost wanted to tell him. It wasn't just relatives and servants questioning his looks. Even our parents had wondered privately. Just as I was deciding whether to expose him, our grandfather, worried about face, stepped in. I was at the hospital when you were born. How could you not be their son? Seeing my parents also try to calm him down, I changed my mind. I held Shu Chusheng and whispered in his ear, "You are the Shu family's youngest son. No one can take that from you. If anyone tries, you have to fight to keep it." Got it! Shu Chusheng didn't fully understand, but he nodded firmly. I knew the seed of greed was planted. Shu Chusheng was punished severely. It seemed to make him think. He stopped competing openly with me, started studying hard, imitating me. But genetics are cruel. Everything was a struggle for him. He'd just cry when things got hard, frustrating his teachers. Now I didn't have to do anything. The difference between us was clear for our parents to see, but I stayed quiet. Kept playing the good big brother. At 10 years old, I got my piano grade 8 certificate and won the National Youth Calligraphy Competition. My grandparents were so proud. They gave me 2 villas. My parents focused all their energy on grooming me as the heir. More rumors swirled around Shu Chusheng. With genes this good, how could they have such a stupid son? Shu Chusheng and Shu Sai's are night and day. Mr. Shu, aren't you going to get a paternity test? Every time he heard this, he'd cry and rage and take it out on me. But seeing our parents' disapproval, he'd force himself to behave. Realizing I was the only one who still indulged him, he tried to win me over. "Brother, I'll always be your little brother, right?" I nodded, reassured him again. "You're my favorite little brother. Don't let anyone take your place." Got it! Shu Chusheng seemed to understand. From that day on, he not only controlled his temper, he even told our parents, "I'm not as good as brother at anything. Can brother be the big boss? I'll just follow him. Do odd jobs." Seeing him so sensible, I even thought if he just behaved and my real brother never showed up, I'd make sure he was comfortable for life. But of course, that's when it happened. Summer before high school, my family was taking me to the hospital. Our car almost hit a little boy. He looked like he was running for his life. Scrambled up and tried to bolt. I rolled down the window to check on him. But as he got up, I saw his face, a face that looked 8 tenths like mine. I'd never forget it. My heart lurched. My real brother, here? Luckily, he didn't think twice. Just brushed off his knees and ran. But my mom noticed him too. Kept looking in the direction he'd gone. "Honey, didn't that boy look like Sai's did when he was little?" Just then, my real brother seemed to sense something. Turned and met my mom's eyes. I had a flash of inspiration. Clutched my stomach and yelled, "Mom, my stomach hurts so bad. I can't take it. I need a doctor." My parents panicked, rushed me into the hospital. No time to think about the other boy. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw him standing there, staring right at me. My heart was pounding. Scared he'd follow us or wait in the parking lot. Him showing up now was bad. He'd probably play the victim, the poor swapped baby, and take everything from me again. Luckily, I made my illness sound serious. Stayed in the hospital on an IV all day. By the time we got home, my real brother was gone. That night, Shu Chusheng came to my room. Mom told me, and she saw a boy today who looked just like you. A boy who looks more like your brother than I do. Is it true? Tears streamed down his face. "Brother, do you think Mom and Dad got us mixed up back then? What if I'm not their real son? What if they throw me out?" Years of suspicion had made Shu Chusheng wonder. He was terrified our parents would find out the truth. He only dared to share his fears with me, his good big brother. I looked at him. "Remember what I told you?" "I remember. My place as the youngest son, no one can take." I wiped his tears understandingly. "Mom and Dad raised you for all these years. Even a dog would have feelings. You're a person, if you're willing to fight for it and not give up. You can always be my favorite little brother." Since my real brother was back, I needed Shu Chusheng to play his part. With my encouragement, his expression hardened. "I'll do what you say. I won't let anyone take my place." To control the situation, the next day I used my private funds, hired a PI to track Xi Wenyuan and her son, their movements over the years. I needed to know everything. I also had them pull the parking lot footage from that day to find out why my real brother was there. The investigation began. At 15, I already had the air of a decision maker. But before I got the results, the next day as my parents were taking us to school, a familiar figure threw himself in front of our car, screaming desperately, "That Shu Chusheng is a fake! I'm your real son.